We are here in Sanctuary, and today we are taking a look at a mod called Natural and Atmospheric Commonwealth New Realistic Weather Storms and More by 100 Ping. The mod is called NAC for short. So, what is this? Yes, it is a all-in-one weather and lighting mod. So let's just start off with reading what the page says. Now I have not installed the mod, okay? This is the vanilla game, lighting and weather. The greenery that you see here, the foliage, that is green in the Commonwealth version 3 by gadogred, but I'm not covering that. I just have that installed so that the effects of this mod will be more visible. So I'll read what the page says. We'll start off with that. NAC is an advanced and all-in-one weather, lighting and visual modification altering almost every aesthetic aspect of the game, from the lighting and the climate to the skin tones, in order to overall the realism and the visuals of Fallout 4. NAC was originally made and tuned to be used with Photorealistic Commonwealth, a popular and realistic ENB for PC, but since beta version 07, NAC has been entirely reworked to be a standalone plugin with visuals the closest as possible to PRC, with the features of ENBs available from Pip-boy. So, when you install this mod, you should head over to the workstation and make the visual tweaks there, because that's where you do it. You do it in a workstation, and when you do that, you can go into your Pip-boy and tweak the different things in the mod. So we will do that later. Features. And the list is long, but I'll read it. All the default weathers redone for more natural and realistic lighting. New and unique lifelike and atmospheric weathers and new original rad storms with enhanced sounds and particle effects included in an entirely redone climate system, able to produce more than 1,000 different variations of weather and lighting. I will now, before I continue reading all the features, I will read what he says about not compatible, because that is important. This mod is not compatible with the altering weather, nights, climate, time of day, fog, colors, image, space, interiors and exteriors lighting, LUTs, God rays, particles, visual effects such as vivid weathers, true storms, FR4NSSONSLT. I don't know that mod, but I guess that it's a don't mind that sound. It's just my one of my mods let me know that the settlement is under attack somewhere else, so never mind that. I guess that this is a seasons mod, but I'm not sure about that, so don't take my word for it. Interior enhanced darker nights. I have covered darker nights, and that mod is not compatible with this one. Okay. Fog out. It's not a mod I don't know anything about, but it kind of tells you what it is, doesn't it? Etc. West Tech causes blackout with NAC. He writes with big letterings there. So West Tech, whatever that is, causes blackout with NAC. He also writes, understand that NAC is meant to be an all-in-one weather lighting mod that is already taking care of all of those things on its own, plus more. You don't need to use them while using NAC. And I've tested this for a while now, and you get foggy weather, you get rainy weather, you get lighting, you get thunder. I mean, it's amazing. When it rains, your hair gets wet, your clothes gets wet, wetter as the longer you're outside, the clothes you wear gets more and more wet. It's amazing. It really is amazing. The roads get wet, and I have to say I don't think it is like that in the vanilla game, but I'm not sure, so I'm not going to say that for sure. But this mod does it for sure, for sure. Sometimes it's like you can't see the trees for the forest for all the trees. It's kind of like that. But this mod does it for sure. I tell you, it's awesome. It also has a distant blur option and a motion blur option. You can also choose to have no motion blur. It's amazing. This mod is really amazing. The nights are darker, and if it is foggy, it's lighter because the fog reflects the light. And if it's a moon and you have a starry night, it's also lighter, during the night. But if it's you don't have any moon and stars and anything like that, it's pitch black. So it varies, it's awesome. And you have all of these color tweaks you can do to it. You can tweak it to death. I mean, this is like the 4th time I'm trying to make this mod review, because I just when I'm going to show you the tweaks, I start tweaking, and I can't be done. I can't stop because it's so fun. It's so fun. You can make it all black and white. It also comes with 2 headgears, like real headgears that you put on that you can use as a hat, which is the night vision. It's night vision goggles. And 1 green one and 1 black and white night vision goggle. It's awesome, it really is. And to make those tweaks, that doesn't cost anything in the chem station. But the night vision goggles, they cost a little to make, but it's 1 of each, so it's cheap. It's amazing. I'll continue reading the features now before I install the mod. Where was I? Yeah, I'll just start here. I can't really remember where I was. Yeah, I'll just start here. Wide variety of darker, longer, and always changing nights based on the cloud density, moon occlusion, and the humidity level, with special night and time of day. Special effects for weather like sun and luminosity variation to simulate passage of clouds, and it really does, in front of the sun. Wet effects for fog situations and more. And it does. The bridge get wet, and hair and your clothes and everything. It's awesome. And you don't get soaked at once. It just happens, as you spend time in rain. Post-processing redone for better realism, VATS, scopes, special effects. More than 600 different possibilities of color and lighting tuning, with a wide bank of modular shaders and effects craftable from a chem bench and usable from your pip-boy. Depending on the order of their activation, the effects will vary. So, if you put them on in a certain order, you'll have one effect, and if you do that in another order, you will get another effect. So if you combine, the different ways that you can combine these effects gives different results, right? So you can play with it for hours. I'm not kidding. Ah, yes. Let me see, where was I? I forgot again. Yeah, I was there. Craftable chem bench. Yes, use your pip-boy. Yeah, depending on the order, this literally turns your pip-boy into a small ENB. Functional sunglasses and night and vision headgears. Now I haven't tried the sunglasses, but the night vision gear I will show you. AI and game settings tweaked according of each NAC changes. And more, he says, with the smiley face. Lightweight and guarantee no frames per second loss. And then it goes on with the, not compatible, as I read to you. And he also says here in the bottom, he says that be sure to get NAC Far Harbor if you want to have the DLC. No, Far Harbor 2 if you have the DLC. Sorry about that. If you have the Far Harbor DLC, you need to get the NAC Far Harbor mod too, okay? So there we go. So what I'll do now, as the sun sets, or has set actually, I will install the mod and load this save, so we start at the same time of day and that sort of thing. So I will see you in just a tiny little second then, I guess. And here we are. So we start at the same time of day that we started in the last clip. So let me check the time here. I think it's close to the time set when we were done, right? So let's just check. It is 4, yes. So that we can see how things are during the night too. So as you can see, the big difference is the skin tone is kind of softer. Do you see that? Much softer. The colors are more subtle, they're not so bright anymore. You see the sky is much lighter and you have those clouds. Now I can't remember if it was cloudy when we were here the last time, but it sure is some, you know, like summer clouds over there. And you see that the entire picture is, you know, kind of more soft. It's softer. The colors are not so bright anymore. Everything is kind of toned down. Do you see that? And when we look at the sun over there, you see the difference in my shadowing on the back of my back there and that sort of thing. So, if you're wondering about the dress real quick, it's a mod called Dresses for Bears. And it's the pre-war dresses that the neighbors are wearing here in Sanctuary when you start a game. So I will leave a link to that mod too in the description of the video. Since I'm wearing it, I just, you know, came to me that maybe you want to know what it is. So let's head over to a chem station and craft those tweaking things that we need. So here I have a chem station. We just enter that like that, and you go down to NAC mods, it's called. And here you have, and look at the top one there, NAC seasons setting not working yet. This gives me hope. This gives me hope that we will have seasons in maybe, you know, not so long. Oh, that would be so awesome. So I really hope that that will be finished soon. I really do. Here we have NAC standalone preset. Author's recommended settings for standalone use of NAC. No ENB, no reshade, no sweet effects. So we'll make one of those. And I'll just make one of each here and you can see what they say and read about them. You can do if you install the mod, because it's a lot. So if I'm gonna read all of these, that'll take, you know, an hour. So I'll just make sure that I got that one. And as you can see, it doesn't cost anything. See, here we have the motion blur. It doesn't cost anything to make them. So, you know, no worries. If you make them more than once, no biggie. But here we come to the black and white night vision headgear. And that cost 1 circuitry, 1 fiber optics, 1 fiberglass, 1 adhesive, 1 plastic and 1 screw. And it says that it requires 1 in science. And then we have the night vision headgear, which looks has the same, probably the same requirements there. So there we go. I think did I get everyone? I think I got everyone, not really sure. But we'll see. So we'll just exit, like that. And now you might wonder, where do I find them? And you probably think that you will find them with the MISC or aid or something, but you don't. This one you find under apparel. And I made 3 or 4 black and white headgears at one time when I tested it, because I didn't find it, but just be aware, the black and white night vision headgear is on the top of your list probably, because it's a B. While the other ones is further down the list, is with the NACFX things here. So, you know, I went down here where I got my night vision gear, and I thought that the black and white would be there, but of course that would be on the top of the list. There you go. So let us try. This time I have to be brief, because if not, this video will last for hours. So we will be brief. We will try the black and white one. Okay, there we go. Voila. I have a black and white world. How cool is that? How cool is that, people? Huh? Look at that! You can make a black and white movie, for sure, without any, editing. See, pip-boy, it's black and white, but if I go into my pip-boy, it's green, which I like. It's cool. It's really cool, isn't it? So that's a black and white one. Just turn that off there. And what shall we do? Again, I'm gonna try and make this short. So let's just try the darker sky. Now look at the sky over there. Okay. And we will turn it off. See how bright the sky is there? Darker sky. Did you see that it got darker? It's a very subtle effect. It's very subtle. And again we are attacked. So don't mind that sound. Now let's try and make it even darker. Gosh, I hate that sound. So we can try and also up the contrast, maybe? Yeah, so really sorry about that sound. It's really disturbing, isn't it? And we can try and how about a lighter sky? Shall we try that? Where is that? Yep, it's kind of hard to find sometimes. Brighter sky it is. It's not a lighter sky. You see, that's a brighter sky. That's really visible. You can see that, right? Some of these effects are really subtle because they're meant to be subtle. It shouldn't be like huge effects. But if you stack them, it can be really. Then we can start talking, So let's just stack a couple of them and I'll show you that it can be a huge difference if I come to a combination here which makes a huge difference. Let's see here, we'll choose blue me and we will choose not contrast, but we will choose darker and darker sky. Let's put an exposure up on. Let's have some let's see here. I want a distant blur, but we'll try that afterwards, okay? Small saturation boost, that makes the colors more vivid, right? The green is more green, the pink is more pink, but it's a small saturation boost. And then we do the vivid, which does somewhat the same, but in a little different way, but somewhat the same. So let's just try that. I see, now we're talking. Now you see the difference, right? Now I've stacked a whole lot of stuff. See? So now you can see the difference here. And do you see? It affects everything. It's the skin tones, it's the clothes, it's the foliage. This is the reason why I wanted to install this, so that you see that it affects every aspect of your world, And if you go inside, it affects the lighting inside too. It's not only the outside, okay? Also, if you have a player home which is sewn into, it will affect the interior of that player home. I'm gonna show you a player home tomorrow which is called Rocking Red Rocket. You can check it out for yourself if you want to. It has some things you need to be aware of if you do it on your own, so read the description. Very important when it comes to that. Very, very important. But I will cover it, the next video I make, I will cover that player home, and I zoned into that, and the interior of that is different. The lighting is different when you have this small mod installed. So, as you can see, everything is brighter, isn't it? So we can go for a little another look if we want to. See, now I'm starting to do this again, but I promise you I will not spend hours. I will not. Even though it's tempting, Oh, it's so much fun. Let's go down to, I want to show you the vintage look. Now look at that. Now you have a vintage look to your world, huh? So, you didn't want everything to be so bright. You wanted it to be a little, browner instead. So let's just take that off and we'll try the brown one. Let's go for the brownish one here. There you go. See? Now you still have a lot of contrast, but you have not the vivid green anymore. Now it's more like brownish. And we can of course take a look at the warmer ones too. There we go. Now it's warmer. Even more warm. So let's just, choose away the brownish one here. There we go. A little more contrasty there, and let's just go for, I don't know, brighter sky. Look at that. Huh? Isn't that gorgeous? Yes, that is gorgeous, isn't it? So again, as you understand, now you get right why now it got brighter. You see that? It's brighter. Now you understand why this is my third try of doing this. Because I just can't stop. Look at me go, huh? Look at me go. This is, and you can also make it cooler if you want to. So I just want to show you the main things here, so you know a little about the different effects that are very, very visible here. So have a starting point of how you want to see how cool it is. Everything gets a more blue tint now. You see that? So let us just choose away that and that, and I think I want the darker sky, but let's just choose away every option here, okay, so it's cleared. Now I want to choose the, let's choose the, where did it go? No, too far. Standalone preset, like that. That's the standalone preset, and then it looks like this. Here we go. So, I just gotta check, I did not have anything, this is just a standalone, right? Let us see. Yes, it is. It's just a standalone, it does that to your world. Let's choose that away, like that. So, that is how it is when you install it, like this. Now, it's not dark enough yet, is it? What time is it? It is... let's see here. Oh, it's only 6 o'clock in the evening. So what I'll do now, I will sit on a chair and I will wait a few hours till it's dark, and we will take a look at the night. And it is. Just gotta be a little quiet because people are sleeping. No, they're not sleeping yet. Okay, that was good. It's only 10:30. I thought it was later. I might have, calculation and all of that. And as you can see, it's a little foggy, isn't it? Ooh, oh, we're having some snow and fog rolling in here. Yes, we do. Oh, gosh. Ooh. I should have brought some other clothes. Do I have other clothes? Oh, I don't know, do I? I gotta check. I really do. It's cold. Ooh, no, I'll take the postman's uniform. It's better than this, at least. Now look at this, people. Huh? Look at this. Do you see the particles? You see it there and there? Look at that. If that isn't... And can you hear the sound? I'll be quiet. Do you see that? Isn't this awesome? Let me turn off my pip-boy. Look at that. You really want to seek shelter now, don't you? Yes, you do. You don't want to be outside on a night like this. You want to be inside in front of the fire. You really do. Look at the sky. Look at the clouds. Look at that, people. Huh? Look at that. Do you see the fog rolling by? Did you see that? Oh, I feel for your Brahmin, I really do. Oh, we just wanna, head on inside, and close the door, don't we? Yes, we do. We wanna snuggle up in front of the fire instead. But okay, let's head on outside into the cold. Foggy weather, yes. let's go outside and into the forest. Because we are checking out, yes, the headgear, aren't we? Yes, we are. Now let me show you something. Do you see those masts? See those big masts over there? Let us try and choose the distant blur. Now it might be that we have to wait till daytime again, and I can show you this in the daytime, but let's see how it looks during the night too. Okay. And there you go. Did you see them blur out? See, now they're kind of crisp, even in this foggy weather. Now they're blurry. See that? So this is the distant blur effect that you can have. Oh, I feel for you, I really do. Awful weather today, it really is. So, but we'll take a closer look at that during the day. But look at this. Isn't this awesome? This is really... It's so realistic, it really, really is. So let's just run out here into the forest. Let's do that. Oopsie daisy. Here we go. Okay. Now we're here. It's pretty dark, but you see it's a cloudy night, and as I told you, when you're clouds, the light reflects in the clouds, so it doesn't get that dark. But if you wanted it to be darker for some reason, you know, you're allowed to. You're allowed to want it to be darker, aren't you? Yes, you are. Well, then you can go inside your pip-boy and you can choose darker sky. And see, now it's darker, isn't it? It sure is. Huh? Look at that. That's without. And this is with, and I can go even darker if I want to. See? Now it's dark, isn't it? Oh yes it is. So you see, you don't need darker nights with this mod installed. Absolutely not. And on a night where you don't have clouds, this will be pitch black, I promise you. It will be so dark that you can't see anything. So let's try the headgears, shall we? Let's try the headgear. So we'll start with the green one. The, let's see, it was way down here. Night vision headgear. So you put it on like a hat, right? And look at that. We have night vision. Isn't that cool? And it looks like that. That's the look of the headgear. Huh? Yeah. Really cool. Look at that. Now let's try the other one. The other one, it was way up here on the top of your list, because it's a bee. If you don't have a lot of bee words thingies there, or a word thingies. See, now you have black and white night vision, if you don't like that green tint. Isn't that cool? Huh? It is just awesome. There's another thing that I remember now, actually. Ooh, I just want to make it a little lighter here, so let's just tweak it, put those things off there like that. Let's see, how light is it? Because I want to take a look at the textures. Do you see the tree textures there? Look how they look a little different. You see the radstag, how it looks a little different? That is because of this mod. You know, it's not that pink anymore. It looks more realistic, at least I think it does. So, you know, but of course the way it looks will vary on your settings in the pip-boy, what you choose, what effects you want. So again, let's just choose the darker ones here and run into, see, this is dark, isn't it? And if we didn't have clouds, it would be pitch dark, it would. And you see the snow there. So let's just head on inside the sanctuary and you see how it looks, how the lighting is. Look at this. Oh, this is just... it's magical, isn't it? It really is magical. Look at this. Huh? And can you hear the distant thunder? Do you hear that? In the background there? Do you hear the distant thunder? See, it's clearing up. Now we have stars. You see that? So the sky is clearing up. Do we have a moon tonight? Yes, we do. Look at that. Man in the moon. Look at that beautiful moon. And as you see, moon also gives you light, which it does in real life. So I almost forgot that we were going to check out the blur effects, which are very important because they are so awesome. When I loaded this up again to tell you that now we're going to wait till tomorrow morning, it was actually raining. So look at that. You actually get to see that your character does get soaked. Look at this. My clothes are soaked, my hair is wet, and the ground here, you see the concrete, is wet. So isn't that just super cool? It couldn't have been more perfect, could it? So you got to see the rain also, and listen to the sound. I'll just be quiet for a second. Yes, nasty weather we're having today. So you hear that? Hear the rain? It is just so. Look at the concrete here. It's all soaked. And look at her. You see how Macy Long is soaked. Yeah, I don't feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. So nice to have the sound off, isn't it? Really like to mute those voices from time to time. Anywho, so now you've seen the wet effect there also. So I will go inside and wait for a few hours, and I'll see you tomorrow morning and we'll check out the blur effects. And here we are. It is almost 9 in the morning and I've changed into something more summerly because today is a really nice day. It's a little foggy, that is all. I think we'll have a nice day today. I really do. So I just want to take a little look at Kala here. You know Kala, everybody knows Kala. So you see her skin texture there. You see how much more natural that looks. So this mod is the reason for that. It does that. So look at that. Ugh, this is just amazing. I kind of feel like I'm in, I don't know, Greece in the summer, early in the morning. You have this morning mist. This is the kind of feel I get from this weather. It's amazing, it really is. So let's just head out of town and take a look at the distant blur effect. Look. Now the sun, it's getting a little in the, it's getting to be daytime. You see how the light warms up? Oh my god, this mod is awesome. Okay, let's stop looking at the view and let's look at the distant blur. Okay, you see in the distance there those two masts that I show you during the night time. So let's go to inventory, and if you wondered, you do not use your wear slots, like your clothing slots. You don't use that even though it is under apparel, okay? So where was it? Distant blur, there we go. So now I choose that, like that. And look at the masts. Do you see that? Do you see how the landscape in the distance is blurred out? Do you see it? So let me do that again. You see it's all crisp. Now if you look at the masts and you look at the tree, you see you have one little island right in front of me. Then there's another little island with a tree on it. Now look at that tree. Okay, look at that tree. You see how that also is blurred, but not so much? You see that? So it gradually blurs the environment the further it gets away. Yeah, the further away that it is. Further it gets away. Did I say that I was Norwegian? I have to excuse myself all the time because I say a lot of funny stuff, you know. I really do. So there you go, and the moss are more blurred than the trees. So let's just look at how it looks. This is, you know, without the blur. This is with the blur. So there you see the effect. So let's try and run a little, and you'll see. So the fact that you know, the way I feel when I use distant blurs like this is that it seems you get a better feel for the distance. Like the things that are far away seem further away, sort of. This is how it feels like for me. I kind of feel that the things that are gives me more of a 3D feeling, if you know what I mean, a realistic feel for how far things are away. Look at that, look at those houses there. Now let me turn it off. So you see that they get crispier, and now they blur out. So you see that? So that is the distant blur effect. You see it very visual, it's very visible here. Like with the houses in the foreground there. You see in the background, it is a little blurry, but you know, if you do this, it gets so much stronger. So that is that. Now you have the other blur effect called motion blur. When you move the camera like this, right, it blurs out the picture. So let's try no motion blur like that. You see it's crispier, it does it, the vanilla game does it, you know, to some extent, I think. But this, again, makes it stronger. It makes it stronger, you see? It's a stronger effect. It's not like, wow, strong. When I sprint, you know, I can't really notice anything, but that, yeah, maybe in the lower part of the screen there. Do you see that? In the lower part. Look at the corners, okay. So you see when I turn around, you notice it, right? Like that. So see now, look at the corners on the lower part of the screen. Do you see that blurring? It's very subtle, but you can see it. So, and if I do like this you have got to see. If I do this, see? If you have an action sequence, you know, if you're making a movie or something, you have an action sequence. It's a cool effect like this. Oh, you really get a feel for speed, and that's what it does. It gives you a better feel of speed. That's what it does. So that's the motion blur option for you. So I think we've covered everything now. I think we have. I just want to try. Look, I can't go inside this thing without doing something. It's insane. Look at that. The darker sky and the brighter sky. Look at that. Isn't that bright? It sure is. You know, yeah, so, and a darker sky will tend to make things look a little more serious, you know. If you're making a movie or something and you want a, you know, a serious kind of feel, more serious kind of feel, if you choose darker, and you see darker sky, here it was really visible. Okay, this is darker sky. Let's do the brighter, so that's the original when you install it, and let's go for a brighter sky. Yeah, that didn't show that good here, so it's a little up and down, isn't it? But the darker sky at least really was noticeable in this picture. It varies from picture to picture. You know, if I go here and choose a brighter sky, you see it in the Pip-boy. You see there up in the corners? You see here it's the brighter sky is more noticeable. Do you see that? It's kind of, it's cool, isn't it? It really is. So just choose them away so that we'll start with how it looks like when you install the mod. Just make sure that I don't have any one of them chosen. No, only my casual outfit there. So people, I guess that that would be the end of the movie. I'm just trying. I'm gonna run up here so you can have a last look at things. I'm just trying to remember if I've forgotten anything. I don't think I have. I think I have covered it all. I told you that I haven't tried the sunglasses. So I don't know if that's supposed to be something that you craft, or if it is the sunglasses in the game, or if it's a mod that gives you sunglasses that works. I can't really tell you about that. And if you're wondering, ask the mod author on the page. I would recommend doing that, or you know, test it out for yourself and leave a comment if you have some experience. If you know this, please leave a comment, let people know, me included. So there you go, people. That was one awesome piece of mod for you, huh? So go out as usual, have huge, humongous tons of fun, as you see I have. And thank you so much for watching.